guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Carla, and it's been a hot minute since I did a fashion related video. So we're gonna take a break from the staycation vlogs that I've been doing recently and get back to regular fashion programming, if you will. So yeah, let's get on with this video. So, designer handbags, a topic that I've been wanting to get into for some time now, but for several reasons I just couldn't bring myself to do so. For the most part, because I don't think I'm in any financial position to be talking about luxury designer items, and I don't think I'm in any financial position to be purchasing designer handbags just for the sake of having something to talk about. But today we're pulling the trigger, we're gonna do it. Before we get any further, I just want to put it out there that I'm not by any means trying to brag or anything by creating this video and showing you guys some of these items that I have with me. I am not rich and I am not the kind of person who earns a lot of money, so let's just put it out there once and for all. But I wanted to share with you, based on my personal experience, what I think are the pros and cons of buying from pre-loved or vintage market and the brand new. Okay, so recently I purchased two Louis Vuitton handbags, one vintage and one brand new. Now I say vintage because by definition, vintage is supposed to be something that is 20 years and older. And this particular bag that I got was made in 1998, so it's 20 years older. It's 20 years old. Older than 20 years old. I can't do math. But you get the picture. Whereas pre-loved, it's somewhat newer than vintage, but vintage is pre-loved nonetheless, so it's all the same. So this is what I got. This is the Louis Vuitton Pochette accessory, basically. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I got this from a local consignment store or a local vintage boutique, if you will. They consider themselves vintage dealers, and it's still in a really good condition. Loving it. Now I purchased this item prior to purchasing anything from the boutique brand new, mainly because I thought that I would never be able to stomach paying full price, retail price for a handbag. But I guess I didn't know myself that well. Now, just to give you a little bit of a background or context as to why I decided to buy something from the boutique. So that particular week that I bought this bag, I don't know why. I guess it's probably because I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about luxury designer handbags, a lot of reviews, unboxing, stuff like that. And I've been checking Instagram, looking at what people have been wearing and stuff like that. And you know, it's like the whole social media influence that I just had an itch to buy something like a handbag, a designer handbag. And that particular week, I was actually eyeing a Chanel handbag from the 21P collection. It's a caramel classic flap in small or mini rectangle. And I've been hunting that bag for like months now. I think just around the time I came back from Malaysia, I've been looking for that bag. Anyway, a few months later, I found it in the secondary market. And I'm not talking about secondhand, I mean secondary, like those people who resell or do personal shopping, but they put a huge markup on it. And you know, it got to a point where I really wanted to buy it that I was considering paying a premium just to get that bag. But I was thinking about it for 2 nights, couldn't sleep, and I came to my senses. I'm like, no way in hell I'm gonna pay that amount of money just for one piece of handbag. It's ridiculous. And that's not me at all. So I shook the idea off, decided that no, I'm not getting this handbag. But then I also realized that I have been putting off a lot of those bags that I've wanted for so long now, particularly from Louis Vuitton and Prada. And I thought to myself, if I was willing to shut off that amount of money for one piece of Chanel bag already, I might as well just get those bags that I've wanted in the past from other brands that cost just a fraction of that Chanel handbag. So I decided I'm just gonna get something from Louis Vuitton retail, and that's how I got to purchasing this particular item. So this is what I got. So this is the Louis Vuitton Boite Chapeau. You guys, I can't pronounce Louis Vuitton bag names, so I'm just gonna type it out here for you guys to read and let me know how to pronounce it. But this is so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, this is an iteration of their hat boxes from the past. The hat boxes are supposed to be like this, and then it opens like that. So they do have that sort of newer version of it. Now I was supposed to get that one, but for several reasons I decided that this is the one that's suitable for me. Firstly, because of the size. The original one that I wanted was the one that came with the tag here, but it also came in a bigger size. And then this was the next size to it. And then after this, there's a smaller one which has a tag. So unfortunately, this is the size that fits my body type, but it didn't have the tag. But that's okay as well, because I realized that getting the one with the luggage tag on it cost a lot more than this one. So I'm happy with this and no regrets whatsoever purchasing this from the retail. Now bear in mind, I did a lot of research before purchasing these items. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on unboxing, comparisons, what to get, what not to get, stuff like that. So this is by no means an impulsive purchase, I would say. I also saved up an amount of money which would have been spent on traveling if we were able to do it this year or last year, but that's out of the question, unfortunately. So that money is something I consider disposable, and that wouldn't really put me in a position where I'm gonna go hungry if I buy luxury handbags. So that is that. So here's the gist. What is the difference between buying pre-loved and buying brand new? Different people will have different reasons as to why they do one thing or the other, but I listed on a few factors that I think would, personally for me, would affect my decision whether I should go pre-loved or brand new. I'm just gonna narrow it down to basically experience. First, second would be price, third would be availability, fourth, authenticity, and fifth, packaging, or basically everything else that comes with it. So experience. It's a whole experience just going to the boutique and, you know, purchasing something, especially if it's your first time, and especially if you're someone like me who don't really wander about into any luxury boutique. Maybe it's just me, but I find it so intimidating just to go in there knowing that I can't afford any of the things that they have on display. Now, okay, not that I'm saying it's my first time to walk into like a boutique, but like first time going into a luxury boutique and you know that you're gonna buy something, like you have the money to buy something from there. It's just a whole different experience. Almost feels like you're a kid in a candy store and your mom gave you like a budget to go and just get whatever you want from there. That's basically it. You're like getting excited and all that. It's like you get a glimpse into the world of luxury and why they are luxury in the first place and why these bags are priced as they are. You know, the service is part of it, the whole feeling is part of it. Now with pre-loved, obviously it's a different type of experience. First of all, hunting down for a specific piece in the pre-loved market is an experience entirely on its own. There is a satisfying feeling knowing that you've been hunting this particular piece for a while and you're finally able to track it down. It's satisfying in a different way than, you know, purchasing something from retail, but still it's a whole entire different experience. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to experience something that is, you know, prestige, you want to experience the service of going to a boutique, or you want to have that thrilling experience of looking for something and you get it for a bargain. Okay, next, and probably the most important factor, at least for me, that we're going to talk about is the price. Now obviously if you go to the retail store, you're paying the retail price, full price, especially for brands like, you know, never really go on sale. I'm talking about the likes of Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior, Hermes. They never go on sale, and they even have price increases like almost on a yearly basis. And depending on where you are located, you know, taxes can add up in addition to the retail price that you're paying for. I'm fortunate to be in Macau, and Macau is pretty much, I wouldn't say taxless, but we don't pay a lot of tax on purchasing luxury items, very much like Hong Kong. Sometimes it's even tax-free. So whatever retail price it is, that's just the amount that we pay. Whereas with pre-loved, obviously, depending on the condition of an item, year it was made, actually there are several factors that will consider a price, but basically there is a price range that you can choose from. And most of the time, of course, it's cheaper than retail pricing. I mean, who would buy secondhand if it's more expensive than retail? Who does that? I know some people does it, but like why? I don't get it. So of course you would go secondhand if it's like you're saving a lot of money, you're saving like hundreds or thousands. And that's my thinking, you know, if I'm gonna buy something secondhand, it might as well be cheap. But that's not to say like discounting the quality or the authenticity or the condition of the item. I'm not very picky in any way. So case in point with my pochette right here, when I purchased it, I knew that there was a bit of beauty mark on it, but I can't even like see it right now. I know it's here somewhere. So I'm gonna show you the picture when I saw it. It's basically somewhere here. It's not even that visible, but you know it's there. I didn't really mind because I knew this was something that I was gonna wear almost on a daily basis anyway, like my day bag. So I didn't mind. I know some people will be picky about it. They don't want any scratches or anything like that. But to me, it's something so minor. And if I'm gonna save like thousands on it, then I don't mind really. Now leading to my next point, of course, I'm gonna talk about condition, and obviously with something that is brand new, you'll get it in a pristine condition. For some reason, my camera just got cut off, so I don't know where it stopped. Basically, I was talking about condition of an item. So obviously with something from the retail boutique, what you get is something so pristine, in really good condition, it's brand new. You know, whereas with pre-loved, you never know what you're gonna get. You might get something that has stains on it, some scratch marks on it, what they call beauty mark. You might get something that smells bad. I can't imagine getting something that smells really bad, especially if it has like, you know, cigarette scents, cigarette smell. I just can't. But anyway, that's that. You just never know what you're gonna get. You might get something that might fall apart in the next couple of weeks or so after using it. But basically, if that's something you're willing to risk, if you wanna save up like hundreds and thousands of money, then by all means, just go and get the pre-loved version of stuff. Now, one thing I can say under this category as well is that with something like this, it's completely brand new, in really good condition, and I wanna preserve it as much as I can. Like, I want it to remain like this for as long as it can. And so I kinda refrain from using it every single day just because I don't wanna put too much burden on it. I don't wanna damage it or anything like that. Whereas with this one, because I know it's already like, it's been used and abused and it has scratches on it, I don't really mind using it every single day. In fact, I've been using it for almost every single day since I got it. And I also don't mind adding like non-branded accessories to it, like this gold chain right here. I bought it from Taobao. I got it because this is too short. So if I wear it like this, it's still okay, it's fine, but I think it's too short. And also because I didn't want to put too much pressure on the zipper, because I know this leather handle is not gonna last too long anymore, because obviously this bag has lived for a really long time now and I don't want to put too much pressure on the handle anymore. So that's why I decided to get a second chain. I don't feel guilty for doing that. Whereas with this one, I kind of like just wanna maintain it as it is. Like, I don't wanna do too much. It's just it's pristine and you want it to be maintained that way for as long as you can, right? Now moving on to my next point, it's availability. Well, if you want to purchase something from the retail stores, obviously what you can find are only the most recent collection. So stuff from like this season, probably from last season, and probably like the upcoming season. Whereas with pre-loved, if there's something that you want from like decades ago, seasons ago, that you can no longer find on the retail stores, I can guarantee you it will show up at some point on the secondhand market. Particularly with brands like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, you know, they have those iconic classic bags that like have stood the test of time. Something like the Chanel classic flap. I know that they do release this every season or so, but it's still not as easy to find on retail, just because I think a lot of these retail stores actually reserve these types of bags for their VVIP clients. So if you don't have a contact from the brand, you haven't spent a lot of money on the brand, and you don't have an SA, it's still kind of hard to get these brand new at the retail stores. Now, I only know this because the week that I went to Louis Vuitton to buy this bag, I also went to Chanel, and I was so surprised to find that the store was actually almost empty. So they had like a few clothes on the rack, some accessories, shoes and stuff like that, but the bags, there were just like a few pieces on the rack, on the shelves, and they were like, they looked hideous. They're not the bags that you would want from Chanel, you know, they're like in weird colors and stuff like that. So apparently, and I find myself so silly for thinking this, but like in the past, when I would walk by a Chanel store and I would see people lining up, I'm like, what are they lining up for? Can't you just like go anytime and just buy something? Like, I don't get the fuss why people have to line up, but now I kind of understand why. It's because when a new collection drops and hit the stores, it will sell out really fast in just a matter of hours. You cannot get any of those items anymore after they sell out. Literally, they're just gone. And now I get why people actually line up for it, and I get why it's like that's part of the whole luxury experience, you know? It's not like just because you have the money and you can afford it, you can get it anytime. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. The secondary market is a different story. Obviously, secondary market, you can find something that is brand new from the most recent collections, but you'll have to pay a premium. With the pre-loved market, you definitely will find something that is not available anymore on the retail stores. Not also know this because I followed a few consignment stores based here in Macau that deal with vintage and pre-loved items, pre-loved luxury items. And almost every single day, because I also like clicked on post notification whatsoever when they post a new item online, and almost every single day I would receive a notification that they uploaded something from the likes of Hermes, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton. And most of the time, when it comes to Chanel, it's those iconic ones like the classic flat bags in black, the wallet on chain, and the Chanel top handle. I think that's what it's called. If you're just patient enough, when you're looking for something, a specific item, and you can't find it retail, you just have to be patient. Just stock those consignment stores. At some point, what you're looking for, it will show up. Now, the next point we're gonna get into is authenticity. So don't have to say anything. If you buy from the boutique, obviously you know what you're getting is authentic. But when it comes to the pre-loved market, you just never know. Even if you're getting it from a reputable supplier, a reputable source, you just can't tell whether or not you know an item is fake or real. And you will always have that doubt in your head, doubt in your mind, and put yourself at ease. I think the best way you can put that aside is to just get your item double or triple authenticated. Now the problem with this is that it might cost you extra as well to get the stuff authenticated. But for me, the main gist is that it's annoying and it's time consuming and it's troublesome, it's a hassle. If you don't mind doing that for yourself, then by all means just go and get it done if you want, you know, if you want to put your mind at ease. Now with my Louis Vuitton pochette, I know I got it from a reputable source. I trust them. I'm not gonna, you know, get into so much trouble and just getting it re-authenticated because I think it's fine. I'm happy with it. I'm satisfied. So I'm not gonna go into the, you know, trouble of getting it re-authenticated whatsoever. I'm just gonna trust that if they say it's authentic, then it's authentic. That's it. I can't say it's gonna be the same if I purchase something that's a little bit more expensive than this one. If I do decide to purchase a Chanel bag pre-loved, it might be a different story. I might go and get it re-authenticated. But with this in particular, like, I just let it go. Now moving on to my last point, and I think some people don't really find it as important as I do, but I do find it really important because I'm a hoarder and I like things, extra things that I don't need, but you know, they're just nice to have. And I'm talking about packaging. So obviously, if you purchase brand new, you'll get the whole, you know, the whole deal. You have the box, and it's actually part of what you pay for. You know, I think it's like factored into their pricing what they give you extra. It's not really free. You paid for it as well. And I'm just talking about handbags here. Like, I have a lot of sneakers, and most of my sneaker purchases, I have to have the dust bag and the box. If I don't, I just find it so disappointing, which is why I found Yeezys so disappointing because they're expensive and they don't come with a dust bag. But anyway, that's off topic. Same with handbags. If you're buying brand new, it must be packaged, you know, in a really, really nice packaging. And this Louis Vuitton one is really nice, really sturdy box. I like the color, I like the style. It's magnetic, so if I do that and I just let it go, you know, it's just gonna stick to it. Magnetic lock. I like that. Of course, brand new, your item also comes with a dust bag because you gotta keep that item, you know, dust free. You keep it here, and it's also branded Louis Vuitton, so I like these little things, you know. You also get, of course, a paper bag, the same color that it came in the box and everything. And of course, you also get this, you know, the receipt. So obviously, if you decide to resell it in the future, you have, you know, proof, the receipt and everything and stuff like that. Pre-loved, you just never know if you're gonna get the extras. So with my pochette right here, I was lucky that that it came with a dust bag. As you can see, this dust bag is different from the brand new one that I got. This one is like lighter, and the branding is like, and it's written in full bold capital letters, Louis Vuitton. This one just came with the monogram logo right here, and it's a darker shade of color, and the material is different. This is more like felt material, and this is more like I think it's canvas. Yeah, it's canvas. Anyway, so I'm just happy that my secondhand purchase came with this one. I'm satisfied with it. You might get lucky with some secondhand items. They might come like in full package, full set, comes with a box, a receipt and stuff like that. Most of the listings that I encounter these days, they don't really come in with anything. For Chanel, I think the most important thing is that it comes with the authenticity card. Personally, I think if I'm going to buy Chanel from the secondhand market, I think I would like it to at least come with the authenticity card and a dust bag. If it comes with a box, then great. It depends on your personal requirements, I guess. Like, you know, you don't mind if it doesn't come with a box or it doesn't come with a dust bag as long as you have the item. It's really depending on your personal preference. But for me, if I'm buying buying brand new, definitely I want all the extras to go in with it. If I'm buying pre-loved, my main thing would be if I can have something that proves its authenticity and a dust bag. Especially because in Macau, I don't know why for some reason it's always so dusty in here. Even if you clean your house like every single day, there will always be dust. I don't understand. So that's it, you guys. I laid out my pros and cons in buying pre-loved and brand new. I hope you learned something from this video. I've been rambling too much, so I'm gonna stop here. But if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this video. If you want me to continue talking about this topic, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert, but I think that because I've been doing a lot of research as well, I do think that I kind of know a fair amount of information. So I don't know if you guys want me to talk more about these things, and just let me know in the comment section down below. But again, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.